This is J.A. Smith coming to you once again with another brief explanation of a question that was brought to me. This time we're coming from 1 Thessalonians chapter 4. The question was asked specifically for verses 16 and 17, but I cannot give an accurate explanation of 16 and 17 without going at least just a little further ahead, starting at verse number 13, which is where this specific paragraph begins. There are also other verses, other books that explain these verses, but we at least need to go above, just a little bit above verses 16 and 17 and start at verse number 13, where it reads, "But we do not want you to be uninformed, brethren, about those who are asleep, so that you will not grieve as do the rest who have no hope. For if we believe that Jesus died and rose again, even so God will bring with him those who have fallen asleep in Jesus Christ. But we do not want you to be uninformed." Who? Brethren, those who are in the faith, those who abide in Jesus Christ. And brethren does not refer to just men, but to men and women, male and female, because God does not see male and female. He sees spirit and spirit alone. So, and what are we talking about? About those who are asleep. Asleep in this excerpt means those who have died. So we do not want you to be uninformed about those who have died, so that you will not grieve as do the rest who have no hope. Those who have no hope is those who have not died in Jesus Christ. In order to have died in Jesus Christ, you must first have lived in Jesus Christ. Verse number 14, "For if we believe that Jesus died and rose again, even so God will bring with him those who have fallen asleep in Jesus." Verse number 15, "For this we say to you by word of the Lord, that we who are alive and remain until the coming of the Lord will not precede those who have fallen asleep." This simply means that those who have died first will be risen first. Not that their souls are still on this earth in the grave with them, because in that grave is just the body, depending on how long the individual has been dead. It could just be brittle bones. It could just be dust. But the soul is not in the grave. All that's in the grave, all that's in that tomb is the body of the person that is deceased. Upon death, the spirit immediately goes back to God, and the soul goes to its resting place is determined on how you lived on this earth. So if you lived in Christ and you fell asleep in Christ, then your soul is resting in Abraham's bosom. If not, then your soul is resting in the Hadean realm. Verse number 15, "For this we say to you by the word of the Lord, that we who are alive and remain until the coming of the Lord will not precede those who have fallen asleep. For the Lord himself will descend from the heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel, with the trumpet of God, and the dead in Christ will rise first. Then we who are alive and remain will be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air, and so we shall always be with the Lord. Therefore comfort one another with these words." In verse number 18 right there, the reason for this whole paragraph is laid out. Therefore comfort one another with these words. Who are we comforting? One another. Who are one another? Those who have fallen asleep, or those who lived in Christ and those who died in Christ, because we will once again be reunited with the loved ones that died before us. I hope this shed just a little bit of light on these verses. And again, this is J.A. Smith with another Gospel Minute.